So what you just saw was a massive real-time battle in a large medieval open world setting. We're talking about realistic castle sieges, commanding massive armies, and fighting all in real time on the battlefield while working your way up the ranks to the ultimate goal, which would be king. Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and let's do this. Let's talk about Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. And let me tell you what, this game looks to offer a completely unique experience from other open world games. Now the game is aiming to release sometime in 2016, that would be late 2016 I would assume, on PC Early Access, but the developers are only hopeful about this. That's basically their exact wording, is that they're hopeful. So no promises, let's just cross our fingers that it actually happens, because it seems like they want to deliver a high quality product at release, as the game has been in development for years and years, I believe since 2012. And it is going to be a prequel, by the way, to their previous outing, which was called Warband. Now, Bannerlord is being described as an open world action RPG simulation with full-blown character customization as well. Basically, the goal of the game is to spread your dominance and influence over the entire world. You'll be able to work your way clear up to king if you want to, or instead you can build a criminal empire and stay in the lowly ranks. It's up to you, it is your call. There will be several different factions to either work with or conquer during the course of the game, which right now looks to be a single-player focused game, by the way. So a lot of you single-player fans, rejoice! You can play this one offline and just have a blast and just enjoy a good, solid single-player game. Now, multiplayer, on the other hand, is kind of hinted at as a possibility later down the road, but there aren't much details about this just yet. But go into this game when it does release as being a single-player title. And by the way, the AI is sounding like it is going to be impressive, and basically during battles, they will be adjusting their tactics to yours. Now, the world map displays towns, cities, and castles, what trades and goods they offer, and other such information. You can decide to, of course, buy and sell and trade with other factions, and visiting their cities offers a unique insight into how they live. You'll be greeted by faction-specific architecture, minigames, and even festive music unique to that faction. And again, there's like 6 or 7 factions, if I recall correctly. There might be more. But that's insane that they are going into this much detail. It reminds me of the level of detail that Bethesda takes to their games. Now, of course, you can decide to be legitimate about your business within the faction's walls, even clear out thugs and crimes and help their economy grow in that way, or create your own criminal empire to secretly begin crippling the empire from within. Now, what's really cool about all of these actions is that they trickle throughout the entire game world. If you do enough damage to the economy of a faction, you'll see this in their army on the battlefield later on. Now, their armies won't be supplied with the appropriate armor and weapons because you have disrupted their workforce. In fact, killing peasants can be one of the most indirect ways of making sure an army is weak before battle. So become a Viking and just kill everyone in your path. Now, before you head into battle, you'll need to make sure your own people are taken care of and that you have the appropriate forces. Plus, make sure you've got a good weapon crafted too. Yes, crafting is a key part of this game. Now, after you feel you are ready to begin conquering, you could head into battle with your newly formed army with full command over mounted soldiers, archers, engineers, and more. The sieges, by the way, are some of the most visually impressive battles of the game. They're kind of like the ultimate showdown between you and an enemy faction, tasking you and your army to take down a castle. Siege towers, ballistas, trebuchets, and more can be commanded, or better yet, you can even arm them and aim them yourself. It really does remind me kind of Age of Empires, but you're in the thick of the war. I don't know if anyone has played Age of Empires, but I used to game in that one a lot. I mean a ton. I was addicted to it, so this is very reminiscent of that, but it's more like of an action RPG type approach meshed in with some RTS strategic elements in there. It is very impressive, and you do not have to stand idly on the sidelines though. You can actually engage in full combat yourself. And after battles, you can decide to loot and collect your reward, plus take prisoners and ransom them, or if they provide a strategic value to your kingdom, you could place them in that kingdom to do your bidding. Now, while going to war does sound like a ton of bloody fun, you need to be responsible enough to make sure your kingdom is running smoothly before doing so. There is a lore and a story here, so the game isn't mindless, and if you like a game that acts like a simulator and has a story and lore, you'll probably love this one. Now, what's great to hear about the game is the community manager said there will be full support for a robust modding community too. In fact, modders will gain access to the actual developer tools themselves, so it just means that this game could have a very long life after release. Now again, Bannerlord is aiming for an early access release on PC sometime in 2016. I don't think there's any word about a console release yet, so just stay tuned for that, but expect PC to be the main platform. The dev team is hoping for this to happen in 2016, but again, I'm going to really reiterate here. They say no promises. They are doing their best. So I will keep you up to date about any release date news and new gameplay that is released. They are very, very private about this game. It seems like they really want to keep it a guarded secret and offer something that's really special when it's done and ready to be released. But guys, thanks for watching. Like this video if you are excited for Bannerlord, and if you want to see more coverage of it right here on Open World Games. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you on the battlefield.